Okay, I just have to find out where this is. I don't know if you guys already hear me or not hear me. I am just clicking away. And let's see what happens here. Okay, it's green. Let's see how long that's going to last. If I'm going to keep doing this from this point on always before I start live. So my apologies to everybody. Hi again. And so where were we? Should I start from the beginning? These are basically messages for Gemini. Let me just see if I can handle this. I was checking this card as this was kind of like starting, and it's kind of like was really wonderful explanation. It says, when asleep, you can travel to different dimensional vibrations. This is Gemini, guys. Don't be afraid of what is already part of your transformational change. Time is only man-made, so enjoy the liberty and freedom of timelessness and absorb what's being given to you. Be open to learning new things about yourself and the universe. Because I was like wondering, even though to me, and you have to be here again. Hi, Taffy. I was wondering what it is, but also, you know, there is like this whole conversation about twin flames over here, and what time is it here? It is like 10 to 2 over here. So I don't know, like, I mean, are they kind of asleep? Are they connecting? I think certainly I get certain downloads in my dreams, and there is a stream messing up again. I hope it's going to last. So Gemini, the messages for you are clear. You need to go inside. Some of you lost ability to trust. Some of you lost ability to connect. Some of you are struggling on the outside, completely unable to go inside. And there is a sense of frustration in all of that. There is like, I mean, definitely need. Guys, please refresh, even though I have to say on my end, it is really showing red again. So this is not me. This is YouTube, because my, let me just make sure what my connection is. Yeah, I'm connected to pretty high things. So hopefully hopefully this is going to work out. So I'm just going to continue. I'm really sorry about that. So the tribe, and then fertility, to me, connect also together. I think for you, maybe you Geminis, which are like these basically two souls in one, always kind of like playing with each other, maybe you have to figure out where you belong and where is your family. You know, maybe you guys who come on these kind of live readings, maybe you're more spiritual. Spiritual to me is on the inside, religious is on the outside. So you kind of like connect, and you cannot basically cheat, because what promises you make to yourself, you're trying to keep those promises, right? So fertility is about awakening. The fertility to me in this deck is about the kind of like encompassing. See, this is like the cosmic egg, and it is definitely heart chakra. It is waking up. Or you also, I think you're meant to be a leader at a stage, because it's not only the tribe, but it's also kind of like, how do you hold and carry yourself, that really comes to play. I think the biggest issue for you, Gemini, is trusting. And this is telling you, look, do not fret anymore. You will be getting your messages through meditation to dreams. And it says change direction. All paths change course at some stage. This is your time. So guys, I don't know if you were thinking about doing it or not, but you know what? I think message is very, very clear. You can find the messages inside through meditation and through the dreams. You need to really dedicate this time to yourself, because the fertility also means being the perfect person, this perfect woman. The obstacles are working on the trust, which maybe you have lost in the other people. So that was Gemini, and it looks like it has been cut off from the last time. So hopefully, you know, Geminis are not going to kill me for this little kind of like thing. So just to reiterate, now we are going next to Cancer. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer messages for Cancers. Awaiting results. Lovely card, Cancer. Truth. Cancer. Seven of Air. Cancer. Worth waiting for. Cancer. Exchanging gifts. Come on, Cancer, it's not your birthday yet. You're getting like this extraordinary messages. Like, look at the 7 and 7 and 2 and 2, 7, 7, 7, 2 and 2. Like, this is crazy. Cancer, Cancer. Turn around. And messages for Cancer. The F word. Cancer. Flower moon. I think this moon, especially because this kind of like, it was not the first thing that the F word came to my mind. It literally was flower moon, especially because I looked at the flowers. And because this moon tonight, which is going to, I think it started around 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really beautiful. I saw it last night, which kind of like was almost there. So moon is your basically planet, and moon is like what kind of like regulates your emotions, Cancers. Some of you have been betrayed, and some of you are dealing with that. Some of you are almost like not willing or able to deal with certain people. I think that some people took away from you what, you know, it was rightfully yours. But, you know, you didn't get jaded about that, and it is really, really good. You kind of said, maybe with some people, I'll see where this goes. Or maybe you rebuild yourself and I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to grow this kind of like gold, kind of like structure in me, the heart of gold kind of a thing. It is time for you to speak your truth. This is a karma card, so it's going to be a very important stage for you. Have you been good, Cancer? And if you haven't been in Sally, that's very important. Also, moon sign over here. The truth card, or the judgment card in the other decks, is really talking about what do you see. This is definitely talking about clearly connecting to these fellows over here. The things from the past are resurfacing again, and maybe they need to be released. Maybe you need to reassess what you need to change inside of yourself and what you don't. But definitely you have to make certain changes and kind of like try to see, conceptualize how you're doing this. What we're waiting for is maybe you did have some plan that maybe didn't end well, or that maybe somebody stood in a way. Maybe you have a destination, and this is clearly reinforcing you that, you know, there's like certain divine timing over here. Just, you know, keep persisting. It is very important. And exchanging gifts, check it out. It's a little kitty. There's going to be some kind of really surprise, or you're going to surprise yourself, guys, because there is like this huge important message. And like generally this deck is like very spiritual, and this particular one has this kind of like stained glass from the church, and it says, take the turn that is appearing on your path. It will bring you closer to your goal. And then there's like this F word. So let me just read to you the F word in the book. And it's kind of like not what you expect. The F word is whatever you see it as at this time. No excuses. Fixated, frustrated, fasting, full, forgetful, full, I guess like in full moon, fat, foreplay, frightened, fanatical, forgotten, fugitive, forgetful. You know what your word is in this moment, so stop fighting it. Take your F word and shout it out, so the universal vibration is released into the cosmos, and move forward with a new word that will create a magnificent flow that you truly desire. I think you guys are coming into like really, to me that was the flower that came through, because it's the flower moon. And I think giving the color range, like your heart chakra is waking up big times. I think, guys, you're about to meet your soulmate, or you're about to be with somebody who maybe did hurt you in the past, but maybe the same soul is coming back in somebody else's body. It's going to be really interesting, Cancer. So good going. Enjoy your messages. So the next one would be Leo. Leo. Messages for Leo. Oh my gosh. Love abounds. Messages for Leo. New beginnings. Oh my god. Messages for Leo. 5 of Earth. Why? Messages for Leo. There is Leo, Sally. Any other Leo there? Pay attention to the red flags. Messages for Leo. Mending. Lovely card. Messages for Leo. Socialize. Get together with your friends. Okay. And messages for Leo. Inspired juggler. Well, that will be really hard for me to code. Okay. This is definitely talking about chakra. I see a lots of heart chakra going on over here. I think you guys are on the right path. Maybe there's something happened that kind of like hurt you, because 5 of Earth definitely means being hurt, feeling there is no growth, feeling that certain things need repair. It's kind of like left out in a cold card, but there is like still sort of like something that you see when you turn your back and then you see it behind you. It is like still like a shadow around you, and it's telling you that it is time to release. Look at this. You have new beginnings and love abounds. Like, you see, this is like where this light comes through, and my school people, they will know, please breathe through your spine. So here you can see it over there. So new beginnings. Check this out. You will be on top of the world. Leo, actually, you are not going to have any difficult time during this particular transit. So it's going to be really, really good. So I think you have learned your lesson, because right now you know how to pay attention to any red flags, and also you're actually starting to kind of like mend things and trying to see how you can kind of like work together or cooperate together in order to move forward. Part of that is generating higher vibration, and socializing is one part of it. It says socialize and have fun, get together with your friends. And that kind of like is generally joyful message. Like, it looks like to me that you're releasing and you're starting something fresh, but not in let's say, not exactly in a completely naive way. You kind of like know exactly what you're doing, and you know what is a no-go and you know what is a go, and I think that is going to be very important in this particular period. So let me see this inspired juggler. So to me, that simply was the person who definitely has their higher chakras attempted over here, and they have this like huge energy, lots of balls in the air. So you know what can go wrong here, right? So this is what it says. We were born to organized. You are the multitasking extraordinaire that others wish they could be. You have an astonishing ability to be able to keep all the balls in the air at once. The vibration of control, wills, and chaos is your key to success. It is balance between the confusion and disorder. Be amazed and don't underestimate what you can truly achieve. So guys, I think this is what is telling me from these two cards. The sky's the limit. Maybe you were limiting yourself in your choices in your life, and this is like a stern warning. Yes, red flags are red flags, but it doesn't mean that you have to kind of like put yourself in a corner. So Leo, really good one, really, really good one. So Virgo messages next. Virgo. Opportunity, beacons, lovely card. Virgo. Rejoice in celebration. Oh my gosh, it's going to be socializing time. Virgo. Eight of Earth. This is the card that I always connect with you. And look at how wonderful a rendition in this deck this is. Check this out. It's a melody. It's a growing something. Like the life is music. It's just so wonderful. Almost, you know, you cannot do better. Virgo messages. This could be the one. Wow. Virgo messages. Breathe. Oh my gosh, you're getting that air energy. You're getting those messages from the above. Thanks, Dean. Virgo energy. Money. Finances are important. There is enough abundance in the universe for everyone. I love this card for you guys because this is like so obviously. Check this, the green. Like, look at the field of green over here. And Virgo. Combustion. Honestly, this is kind of like telling me big bang. You know, Virgo, I just did your monthly and I said to you, did I not? You will not recognize yourself by the time that you are done with yourself this month. So, Virgos, you like on inception of something so great, so new. Literally, you know, the wish list: money, opportunity, fun, friendship, understanding. All of it is here. Absolutely all of it is here. Like, looks like the sky has, the stars have aligned for you. I just really cannot tell you. Just warning, the only warning would be just like, don't obsess. Look at this, you have a 29, which would be 11. That's like really higher message. So this is saying, look, do not spoil it. If something comes your way, and it could be that something comes that is going to be different for you, and I think it can be really in the next 2 weeks that something will be aligning. Look at the stars aligning over here as well. And there is the infinity sign on this particular card. So this, I think, it's your new world. I think, Virgo, you're turning back to something that was. Something that you didn't want anymore. And maybe you have been lethargic for a while. Maybe you were wondering in how to kind of like harvest things more for yourself for the future, and this is the time. This is saying, look, call all the friends in your phone book, like talk to everybody, say hi, apologize if you were out of contact, and rejoice. This is kind of like really the happiest card. And to me, this is also talking about, look at this big cup in the background, like the huge winning and celebration. And I really feel this is winning over you, that you're going to feel that, you know, that your life is getting like fine-tuned again. So let's check this combustion here. It says, when a flame touches a piece of paper, it flares up, and for a moment it is awe-inspiring and alive. Gradually the flame dies down until it extinguishes itself. The vibration of combustion is short-lived. Stop and consider other options before setting light to something and destroying it. If you don't acknowledge this, you will incinerate and obliterate everything you love and trust in life. Well, artist is artist, but I always go with my intuition. To me, this is like my guiding, my true north. And to me, this was like a big bang. This was something that kind of like it was brewing maybe inside of you. This actually can represent anger as well. Maybe you suppressed the anger, Virgos. Maybe the anger got internalized. That's called depression. And now this anger maybe has to come out. And the warning is, just be careful how it comes out, because you really have all the ducks in the row over here. Who's next? Libra. Libras. Do we have any Libras? Ascendant, Sun, or Moon? Okay, Libras. Libras. Hey, from Greece. Holy smoke. Thank you so much. And what a lovely country. Share the love. And you have the same card. Oh my gosh. Libra. Ooh. Passion ignited. Well, there is the fire. Libra messages. Oh my gosh, Queen of Air. That's you. That is you, the wisdom in this deck. Libra messages. Past life relationships. Libra. Here and now. Wow, that's very... Check this out. Past and future. How creepy is this? Like one next to each other, huh? Libra. Moon goddess. Look at that. You guys are basking in this moonlight. You should probably, Libras, and myself included, we should step out and get this moonlight, because it says the light in the darkness is continually being reborn. Rejuvenate your life. And here is this magic square. Have you, I mean, I studied math, so for me, we were doing this at university. Do you know, this gets really complex. Each and every way it has to add up to the same. So try it with a 3 by 3, and all of them have to add to 15. You will see it's not really easy. Then try by 4 by 4 and 5 by 5, and you're going to, and like I mean, so it's 1 to 9 numbers on 4 by 4, 1 to 16 numbers. I don't know what the addition is, but this is like really, really hard. But look at this goddess over here that's going through these phases, and right now, Libras, I think you're feeling very kind of like potent, like it's like literally talking about this particular moment. It is for you guys to, and here, Libra, I forgot this one. Pleasure Dome. Good Lord. You guys are blessed this particular period. Libras, I don't know what to say. Passion, love, and somebody who understands you, somebody who actually likes you for your wisdom, not for your body, not for those cute dimples in your cheeks. Somebody who just enjoys you, and vice versa. Or this is actually coming your way. These are such a strong message. And Libra, you didn't have such a great time recently. And I really, you know, feel bad when people give me thumbs down, but like, I mean, I'm just reading the cards, and I don't want to lie. I don't want to sugarcoat it either. So whenever I see this card, past life relationship, and you did get this one as well, here and now, you may be an intersection, either meeting somebody or releasing someone. It can actually work both ways, because even though this calls Pleasure Dome, it is still telling me about the universe that you are creating. And you're like, look at how much you're radiating. Like, this radiation is everywhere. Look at the sun energy, and this is that moon. Look at the sun energy, and here we have the moon energy, and here we have like this fire energy, and here we again have this cosmic egg. So I think, guys, and I'm going to read the Pleasure Dome for you just to see the other opinion over here. And I really think, look at here, she is actually bursting out from this egg. She is kind of like willing to kind of like find this new horizon. And this is like sort of like in between heaven and the earth. That would kind of like really typical for you. I think, Libra, if you were planning to do some kind of like writing, or a new language study, or even painting, if that was like something that you wanted, I think this is where you will be connecting with someone. I think you'll be going out with friends if you're singles, and you will meet somebody who will literally, is going to be that spark. It's going to kind of like go through the roof. And or you already met someone, because this card can also mean second chances, and that could be your kind of soulmates here, etc. So let me see what it says for this passion ignited. And guess what? No, passion ignited, like Pleasure Dome. And it's like, that doesn't exist here, like, no wonder. As long as you have given yourself permission to accept and welcome the vibration of pleasure and fun, you need to give yourself a big pat on the back and go out in the world and have fun. Do something frivolous or lighthearted. Sit down and have a good belly laugh. It is your divine destiny and well deserved. So put away the guilt and be free to enjoy. Oh my gosh, Libra, this is music to your ears. Literally, you will be on top of the world. And right now, it's not a time to sit at home, not the time to obsess. And if you're trying to create your online profile, this is a good time, because literally, like, this is kind of like seeding some unbelievable fruits, and you're sending these vibes that are like unbelievably, really, really, really good. So now we are getting to two signs that are very intense, Scorpio and Sagittarius. That actually, so now this is debatable, because both of them have the moon in their signs, depending on different kind of like astrology streams. So messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Wow. Heal. I love this card. I just like literally felt light coming through me. Check this out. He's like cutting those chains. And the light coming through again, right through his spine, like healing the heart. Very, very potent message. Guys, whatever it is, you need to put the light in. And it is like extremely, you need to be a receptor. If you don't open the doors, you're not going to heal. Messages for Scorpio. Authority. Messages for Scorpio. 10 of water. Oh my gosh. Lovely. Messages for Scorpio. You deserve love. Look at the Sagittarian bow, an arrow over here. So some Scorpios here that are dealing with Saggies, maybe you're getting those messages, or maybe simply you felt that you were not lovable and you need to heal this. You need to kind of like center yourself to realize that yes, you bring something to the table, and this is not one unique form of love. We all have kind of like, let's say, different, we are all different cake, and not everybody's going to like that flavor, and that's okay. But the ones that will feel really powerful, and this is kind of like giving you back that power, and Scorpio likes power, so this is really, really cool. You're having two majors also. More messages for Scorpio. Woo, go the distance. Check this out. Check this cheetah that is starting to materialize. You guys had, and this is another 11. You guys did have some kind of plans, I think, in the past, that you rushed to. And now they are actually starting to combine back together, almost like the puzzles are coming back. And this is also connecting with healing. Don't stop. You have to work it. You have to be stubborn in what you're doing and where you are going. So, more messages for Scorpio. Mineral. Scorpio, do your crystals, do your chakras. Very important. It says you're part of the earth, and the earth is part of you. Get in touch with the earth. So Scorpio, very important. Work on your chakras. Look at this Fibonacci curve. This is kind of like life. This one is jumping at me. Like Earth is definitely the major energy, but anything that can actually talk about Earth, just like sit and sit under the tree in a park and hold the tree, lean on a tree, take this energy. We are forgetting that we are energetic beings, all of us. You do know, guys, that when you die, they're trying to revive you with basically shock therapy, right? So that's electricity being put into it because they're trying to restart the system. So people are forgetting this, and this is where we get this energy. So it's very, very important. So Scorpio messages. Release. Oh my gosh. To me, I think this represents the body, and you literally need to clear it. Like this, these two messages are to me connecting. They're clearly clearly talking about that maybe there were blockages, that there were issues. Sorry, pardon me a second. That you need to figure out how to allow yourself. It almost like tells me that some of you Scorpios completely forgot that your element is feeling. Your element is connecting with someone on a deep level. Maybe you couldn't do that. Maybe things were going too fast. Maybe you were neglecting yourself, and then when you neglect yourself, you neglect everybody else in the process. That's kind of normal. But check this out. You're getting this ton of water. You're getting this laughing Buddha. You know, I have one in my library, and every day I kind of like grab this Buddha's tummy. They're saying this is kind of like bringing really good luck. And it's like you cannot but not to put a smile on your face when you see something like that. You guys, you need to kind of like work it. These are clearly messages for those of you who need to kind of get out of some kind of funk, or get out of low self-esteem, because you guys are much more lovable and much more loving than you're actually understanding, and you kind of like have to kind of like feel secure in that, and so you will. And now I'm really lucky. That's cute. Let me just read this for you. Release, just because, to see what they had. It says, it is the time when you need to release the toxins in your body and mind. Give yourself permission to heal yourself holistically, mind, body, and soul. Feel yourself letting go of the old patterns that no longer serve you. Be happy to accept the new you. That will be the transformation of the vibration of the release. So increase your vibrations, guys, because looks like when with kind of doubting yourself, something kind of like spiraled down. So this kind of time to fix it. So Sagittarius, you also, according to the Western astrology, have full moon this time. So let's see, what are the full moon messages for Sagittarians? Detach, 11. Interestingly enough, karma card. So messages for Sagittarius. Whoa, transformation. You see, I told you that Scorpio had something with Sagittarius, and now I see Sagittarius with Scorpio as well, and also with Libras. Messages for Sagittarius. Tower. Of course. And mind you, this is also your card that can actually belong to Aries, and like you have three majors so far. It can belong to Aries or Scorpio. Scorpio talks about rebuilding inside. You're definitely transforming. I mean, this woman to me speaks so much Scorpio. It kind of like has this intensity and glow, and in this particular case she has these wings, so it's time to become the butterfly Scorpio for sure. So okay, guys, and also if you're listening a particular sign, I would really appreciate if you actually not only stamp it, but give it the title. What do you think the sign kind of like would be? That kind of like would be cool. Let me see, messages for Sagittarius. Attraction. Messages for Sagittarians. Never ending story. 37. Messages for Sagittarians. Wow, flower of life. You're born of the one design. You're related to everything in the universe. Sagittarius messages. Fairy ring. Okay, Sagittarians, you have extremely powerful messages. So I love that movie Never Ending Story, and this is the first thing I also thought about, but like in this particular thing, it's kind of like not the best rendition, I have to say, because if you really look at it, it looks like that she's pooping heart over here. But I really think that you guys are releasing something. You see, this is not necessarily the best card for the Justice, but it's showing to me that maybe some of you Sagittarians have been, let's say, in the freeze, Maybe it was a period where you didn't feel like that you can act, or anything that you did, kind of like that you touched, kind of like turned to hell or turned to dust, and it was like climbing, and it's like, oh my gosh, like why is this not catching on? The very things that you used to do. You see, this is the scale of justice. This is like something that needs to happen. You actually needed, the answer was not on the outside, the answer was inside. You need to release, you need to be in peace with something, and this is why this is asking you to detach. And I don't know if you're noticing, she has this like never ending knot over there, and that is kind of like very, very powerful. And transformation, definitely, you guys almost like getting wings in this particular thing. The Tower is for those of you who are stubborn and who do want to let go of the old unuseful patterns. Transformation definitely says something has to stop, something has to die, something cannot continue, and you have to approach the same thing if you wish to go in the same direction differently. And that differently means leave behind negative attachments, leave behind negativity, leave behind sorrows. It is really time to kind of like move on. Tower definitely also talks about sometimes our own stubbornness. When we think we can beat karma, we can beat destiny. Tower talks about certain foundation haven't been built properly, and hence we need to right now actually rebuild. I really think, to me, this is telling me that you're rebuilding yourself, because this card here, it's talking about coupling. I don't know, it was a Libra, it was a Scorpio, that kind of energy. Maybe some of you Sagittarians are going through divorce or through breakup that has been very painful. It's very tumultuous, but I would not fret, because these are like such stern, strong messages. And then, hey, the new day will come over here. Attraction, something new coming. Never-ending story, you know. Be careful not to repeat bad karma. Now you have this ability to transform and kind of like approach things differently. Look at her, she's holding this, you know, her face. It's just like, oh my God, like when do I reach this? How do I get to this perfect kind of thing? Because that's that kind of like hourglass kind of a thing. It's kind of perpetual thing, just very much like flower of life. And I think you are actually rediscovering yourself and almost like feeling lighter. I don't care how old you are, but I feel that you're going to almost get new childlike zest for life, because I have this motive with wings, 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 and this, we also have the creature with wings. So you guys, you know, and this is also energetic field over here, sort of controlling your energy field. I feel that you didn't have control of your own energy for quite a while, and that is changing right now. So it says the vibration emitted from a fairy ring is like a soft caress or kiss on the cheek. It is a fun and freedom and a childlike essence of magic. It is like the folklore and mystic tales behind the truth that you know. Be as a child. Go barefoot and play freely and magically without restrictions or boundaries. For now is your time to be unconventional, eccentric, while others look on. So guys, you know what maybe didn't work in the past is going to work now, but you need to approach things differently. I think you also are releasing somebody from the past. You are kind of going through this karmic transition, and it's not going to be optional. It will really have to happen, whether you want it or not. So we will see. Capricorn, guys. It's rainy over there. Like, it's nice and sunny over here. It's like so hot in Toronto. It's kind of like very unusual for this time of the year. So believe it or not, we still have heat on. And then it's like 90 degrees outside, so it's kind of like hell. So, Capricorn messages, Capricorn messages, Capricorn messages. Rest and reconsider. Capricorn messages. Woo, love begins. Rest, Capricorn messages. Messenger of fire. Messages for Capricorn. Honeymoon. Messages for Capricorn. Clean it up. Messages for Capricorn. Mythic. Myths and stories help you understand your life. The truth is in the myths. Oh boy, I love this. And Capricorn messages. Abundant blessings. My dear Capricorn, it sounds like that some of you are going through the period of hesitation, possibly a period where you didn't get enough sleep, possibly through a period where you actually wanted to be left alone. This can apply both on singles and people with someone, because I see both messages over here. This particular is telling me that you need to recharge your energy as well, and this is kind of like in solitude, and this is also in being in touch with yourself. I actually do this very often, and I just have my little notebook with me to write and chart anything that kind of comes to mind, and also talks to me about disconnecting from technology and kind of like connecting with where you need to be connected. Now, it is kind of like telling me a little warning that you still need to learn some messages, that you still need to kind of attend to either explanation or literally cleaning your house. That is usually a reason that vibrations need to be raised, and your vibrations could be a little bit on the low side. For some reason, maybe you spend too much in this kind of like period. It's not supposed to be permanent, it's supposed to kind of like be moving on. But it's also telling me that you are kind of like very romanticizing, and this is kind of could be setting yourself up for a failure. You are right now releasing the old, and you are able to kind of like manifest the new. The honeymoon is definitely talking about this new approach and kind of like new kind of like well that kind of like happens with two people kind of finally kind of like having the spark in the eye. But it's also warning that it could be very kind of like through the rose colored glasses, but you know what, guys, that's okay. Just take it, because it's going to be passionate, it's going to be sexy, it's going to be possibly somebody who is younger than you, and somebody who is like very kind of like action oriented, that you'll be meeting or you will be reconnecting. And abundant blessings. And it's kind of like really weird, because I see a whole bunch of succulents over here, and it's kind of like really hard for me to decode, other than maybe you're going to feel okay, maybe you're going to recover. It's the green one, so it's talking about heart chakra, and I see the heart really being repaired, the heart chakra being repaired. So this is what it says: you have paid it forward enough. Now it is the time when you all have sowed and planted will be reaped. Now that all you have sowed and planted will be reaped, pardon me. The vibrational blessings of abundance are coming toward you, so be ready and open to receive them. Abundant blessings will come forth in many beautiful guises, in an overflowing fullness that will remind you of the completeness you once loved. So Capricorn, good for you. You still kind of like need to do something, clean it up. Whatever this is, maybe this is simply just kind of like reorganizing or shuffling the cards. I definitely recommend Aesop Fables. To me, that should be a mandatory book to read for everybody, and it's like really teaching you so many lessons, and I would much rather prefer to read that book to, you know, kids, so they can learn something than, you know, some ridiculous stories. Okay, Aquas. So it is us, guys. So let's see. Well, Letty, you don't always get what you want, and sometimes what you get, it could turn out to be what you need. Aquarius, messages for Aquarius. New vitality. Oh my gosh, look at this rainbow, all these chakras. Aquarian Messages. Wow, spiritual union. My gosh, Aquarius didn't have it this good in a long time. Aquarius Messages. Two of air, of course. Something has to happen. Oh, like, why is this? Why are, you know, why do you want me? Why do you want me? What's wrong with you? Aquarius Messages. Over analyzing religious factors. Interesting. Aquarius Messages. Tick tock. I love this. Of course, it's just like I think of the bomb. But there is like a there is like a parachute over here. So Aquarius Messages. Huh. Psychic. Your psychic powers are being enhanced. Use this gift wisely. Yay! The third eye opening. And honestly, I was feeling that way whole week. I went to my park to do my daily yoga that I do. And I started feeling completely different level of my connectivity. So it was kind of awesome. Aquarius Messages. Hopeless release. Oh my gosh, this is like so interesting. So Aquarians, it's great. This is not something that we might like. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. To me, this is also a marriage card. It is something that bonds two people, that is like more than just, okay, I love you, you love me. It could be family, it could be history, it could be past. So this also can to me be past lives as well, because this card also talks about, you know, something from the past coming through. So Aquarians maybe need to connect with their past. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about that. Actually, my ex-husband actually called me and wanted to invite himself over here. So talking about the past, I didn't even think about it when I was saying this. But this is talking about feeling new zest, moving forward, something really being successful. Something is in its 11th hour, or maybe even 12th hour. Something cannot wait anymore. And there is the soulmate kind of card over here. Maybe it was somebody you have been with already. Maybe it's going to be a new soulmate. There are like 2 2s. There are actually 3 2s over here. 2 2 2. Whenever you see 3 2s, guys, that means you're on the right path. You don't have to worry, just keep going. Very important message over here. 2 of air means do not debate it too much. Go with the flow. Do not overanalyze. Try to kind of like stay away from it, because you're getting clear messages. We are getting clear messages that we can manifest whatever we want. And also, we need to manifest what we need to get rid of things we don't want. So let me just see what this hopeless release says. I don't know what this is. I cannot even detect are those crystals released. I think to me this kind of tells me about healing energy, and I mean I feel it in my palms. I was thinking actually on my other channel. So guys, try to join my other channel. So I will probably, I don't know if I can do live. I probably don't have enough subscribers. I have only like 60 subscribers there, but I probably would like to do Reiki live sessions there for you. So let's see. Hopeless release. The indication that something is hopeless is just in our perception. Every vibration that we encounter has a purpose, a reason for being where it is in your life. At this time in your life, you need to let go, releasing whatever feels discouraging or impossible to finish. Do not feel despair about what's happening to you. Everything happens for a reason. So guys, yeah, we'll be getting messages, clear messages, direct messages, spiritual messages, dream messages, very important. And those messages might be clashing with our beliefs. Follow the messages, very, very, very important. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lati, that's very sweet. Yeah, they didn't give me special URL yet for the other channel. Apparently, I'm not important enough. So, Pisces. Let's see about Pisces. And I told you I had a dream about Pisces. Angry Pisces, huh? Not less. So I don't know if Pisces are angry with me. We'll say that. Oh, thank you, laddie. Self-depreciating humor is very typical for Aquarians. So, Pisces. Open up. Oh my gosh, look at that. Lovely. And check this like whale opening. Somebody pulled the wool over your head, Pisces, and you're like, needs to go. I will not tolerate this for one more second. Pisces Messages. Temptation. Ho, Pisces, going to be plenty of bad jumping. Pisces Messages. Seven of Fire. You guys are simply on fire. You're not going to be yourself. You're literally going to insist on who you are. You look at this unicorn. Like, this is, again, I'm keep seeing this crown chakra. This is third eye. Here's crown, definitely in the higher upper level. That's why I don't know what is the with this energy. Maybe you need to fight certain energies, so we will see. Pisces Messages. Make the effort. Yes, you're not going to really have a choice. Everything is like so strong. Pisces Messages. Imagine, check this out. Isn't this your card? And this is like also karmic card. It's very important. There is like this new awakening. And again, you see this light that we see over here? Now it's bursting through you. You will be able to connect with a different dimension. You'll be able to really receive intuitive messages clearly. Almost like you'll be with eyes open, and it happens to me like more and more often recently, probably because I'm doing this. So you're seeing something, and all of a sudden, like, it's like just a movie screen right in front of you, and like you are kind of like getting certain story that you have to say. So Pisces Messages. Angels. Angels are all around you. Connect with them and work with them. Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Pisces Messages. Cosmic prosperity. Mind you, you're the 12th sign. You are like almost like not on this planet kind of a thing. You're like already transitioning. Aquarius is the highest on this planet, and you kind of couldn't care less about highest or not highest. Like, you already circled through all the 11 messages, and you're transitioning. You're already like on the other side. You're already kind of like getting this clearance, and this is showing up clearly. I'm still not sure why this temptation showed up. Let me just get one more card to clarify this. Moving on. This temptation showed up because I think there was something that maybe was holding you down, or a person, or a situation. Because this one talks about codependency, this one talks about being locked in, this one talks about not allowing yourself to open the doors, this talks about, you know, like not knowing the right from wrong, addictions, big times, booze, drugs, sex. Sex was the first one that came to my mind when I saw it, and like 2 of them are 6s. And I think you're also addicted to love, guys, big times. You're big dreamers, but at the same time you're not letting people in. You kind of like, looks like to me, you have your internal world that you really want to contain. And maybe this is good for this time, because it looks like there is like some big healing. You guys are really opening. And I'm going to, my best friend is Pisces. I'm going to really check this out, because you'll be receiving download of some kind of like messages, very, very specific messages. So let me see this cosmic prosperity, what it says. It says, accept and believe in what is being given to you at this time. Take this cosmic energy and do something great with it. The more you give, the more you receive. But you already know that. With this prosperity comes divine responsibility. Be prepared to receive and accept. Pisces, repeat after me. I open my arms to receive and accept. Always be in the place of the higher good of mankind. Yeah, guys, you're like right now, you're like on some kind of positioning that you're working on behalf of all of us and holding our ground. So like the first thought that I kind of like came to when I saw these angels, I thought, no, the angels are not around you. You are the angel. You're kind of like even clarifying your own things more. It's just like saying, look, you need to make this effort. You need to kind of like do that. You just, you know, you shouldn't keep to yourself. And you need to also clear yourself as well from any, you know, vices and anything that kind of like is not productive for you anymore. Aries. Aries. Messages for Aries. Love abounds. Messages for Aries. Triumph. Oh boy, I think Aries would love that. Messages for Aries. Queen of Water. Look at the water that I have for Aries. All three water. Messages for Aries. Finances and career. Messages for Aries. Mending again. Messages, and this is 7, 5 and 2 is 7. Oh my gosh. Messages for Aries. Transition. You're going through a period of change. You will emerge renewed. And messages for Aries. Musical joy. Well, Aries, I really think that you are already on some kind of like new path. Maybe you were at your wit's end, and that's what usually happens in the 9th stage, and then you're transitioning to 1 and it's like, oh, okay, whatever, I'm still going. And maybe you're focused on a career because there is like some new positioning and how to do it. Maybe you're receiving some kind of like money, play a lottery, even though like nothing really specifically say that, but this kind of card can indicate that, because you after all having a triumph card, and this is sort of like a crowning card over here. There is like something happening that's going to go very smooth. People will feel you. You will not have to kind of convince and give a sales pitch. You will literally be connecting with people. There is like that kind of like a big heart chakra opening for you. If you had issues in the past, this is going to be the time to mend. This is going to be the time to face your own demons and kind of like go to a much better place. Remember that you can never hold the same position and continue forward, because then you are basically sitting in the spot. You need to kind of like modify, especially when it comes to relationship. It's called compromise, and that sometimes means giving things up. But when you give things up, actually you get rewarded, because there's something else that you're getting, and that is kind of like being with that person. And I think this is kind of message that is coming through it. So let me see this musical joy. I know she isn't, but it kind of like first thought to me was Marilyn Monroe, you know. But well, let me see what is talking about here. It says we all have a favorite tune that just synced to us. I want to be loved by you. This is kind of like the song that was coming to me. Filling us with energetic joy. It literally sings to us. You need to tap into this vibrational energy and hear the music in your head, heart, and soul. Put on that tune or create a new melody that will raise your vibration up in joy and fulfillment, so you delight in the pleasure of harmonious melodies. Clearly to me this talks about raising your vibrations or fine-tuning on a different vibration, because you'll be going in you're going to go in a water vibration, and like Dean calls it, fire, your air is your fire and water makes team. So I really think in more or less it's going to be sinking you down into the understanding of why you're doing something. Why are you with someone? What it's not like sure financially how you're doing, but it's also what is really important to be that, what is important to make things work, and that kind of like is going to be coming really clearly over here. So Are we coming to the last already? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm almost like on time. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Okay, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Change your focus. And that is also 5, which is your card, Taurus. Ooh, prosperity begins. My gosh, this is like music to Taurus, I believe. Taurus. Temptation. Interestingly. Taurus messages. True love. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful, really like fruit moon. Fruit moon, flower moon, fruit moon. There is no such thing as fruit moon, Taurus. It says co-create, but I read eco-create. So I'm going to do that too. Both of them. That's kind of like really amazing. Kind of like understanding that duality and balance over here is needed. Taurus messages. Plants. Plants are important for you right now. Spend time with plants and trees. Oh my gosh, that's music to your ears. And Taurus messages. Forces of nature. And I think this is you guys. You might be a little bit hedonistic in this period, and that's why you have temptation card over here, because look, I mean, look at this heart, and maybe you will take somebody's heart, or somebody will take your heart. You know, be very careful what you're doing, because it might, sometimes you meet a person, it's just a short thing, and there are years that kind of like that's like left on the impact in the energy. Look at the money. This kind of again talks about a whole bunch of addictions, emotional addictions, sexual addictions, romantic addictions. It is kind of like asking you to kind of like release things that actually are, you know, they're not good for you. And that's why this is telling you change your focus. And as long as you don't change your focus, and maybe you're like so focused on your money and so focused on something that is really, really growing, but you need to also remember that the true love, you know, some kind of like balance is needed, because look at the tightrope and the owl. The wiseness is really important, because something new is being born here. Sure, the kitty won the bird, that's for sure, right? But this is not the point. That's distraction. You need to kind of figure out the point. And the point is like in the egg. What do you really want to kind of like rebirth in this? Because there is a seed that you have planted already. And now let's try to see how far and how deep you're going to get there. You guys, definitely true love is in the promise over there. So I think you have an option, a choice. And that's what I'm saying. A short fling can really cost you years of grief if you are the one doing the damage, because that person could be the right one. So don't be reckless. Like, this is the message, don't be reckless, because literally you're giving everything, every possibility. And let's see what they say about the forces of nature. Forces of nature. It says, if you have ever watched a thunderstorm, you will have seen that when it reaches its peak, the crack of thunder, an electrical vibration flows from heaven to earth in a momentary flow, reconnecting and energizing it from within. Then it passes, allowing a stillness to open up, letting us know all is calm and refreshed. Don't fight what cannot be controlled, let it go. I kind of like don't see that in connection with your reading. I can see it as a standalone, because to me this is again telling me, look, you have ability to kind of like create something new, this kind of like breath, a very powerful breath, which is in your case life, this kind of creating something, eco-creating. So make sure it's kind of like wholesome, it is good for everybody, right? So otherwise, this distractiveness can create lots of damage in the process, and that kind of like would be my message to you, dear Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I still didn't make my mind to which kind of like divination system I want, Eastern and Western. I really want to go into that deeper, but let's for now kind of follow the moon in Sagittarius and see where we get with that. So thank you very much, guys. My really apologies for YouTube not functioning. I really don't think it was anything on my end. So I'm not chasing you. I'm going to give you a minute or two with the little musica that you can basically still chit chat and exchange, you know, opinions. And as I said, if you can, for those of you who stamp, it would be lovely if you can also kind of like give it a title. That kind of like will be totally cool, because then you really resonate with that sign and you would be able to kind of like really see where that road goes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much to the moderator, to Dean, Barbie, Lati. Oh my gosh, my turquoise is missing, but Palladian Tarot was there. Sally, hopefully you're still there. Colleen, Bridget. Thank you, everybody. So I'm putting the music on and I'm going to clean the cards, and you go ahead and chat. Love you guys very much. There's this music. Okay guys, I'm stopping. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. All the best.